And welcome back, everybody, to part 4 of this week's game. You guys have been in hyperspace for a few hours. Ty, it's up to you. Did you sober up after seeing that?
Kind of. Yeah, I kind of sobered up. I'm like cleaning myself off and washing the blood off my hands.
Yeah, you're in the infirmary, and, you know, just to get checked out.
Mm-hmm.
Because there has been an assault case filed, and in the corner of the infirmary is a figure, a woman who's got, like, the curtains around her so that you don't see her. And then they dismiss you and send you back to your quarters during this time.
Yeah, I'm just going to head back there and start packing up anything that's deals with her that I have.
After you're done... Yeah, I'd say it's about a couple hours after you're done. You realize the only thing that you have is the Imperial clothes and armor and weapons in your closet. Everything else is out of your,
quarters,
your room, including the bedding.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't want any of that stuff.
Now it's all Spartan. Did you keep the photo of you two in a happier place?
I got it, and the letter which has blood on it from me reading it, and I put them together, and I just put them in the bottom of a drawer.
Okay, cool.
Take out that picture of the other girl and set it down.
They grab all the stuff and relocate it to another room where she'll be staying.
It's called the Airlock. I've never heard of the place. It's got 5 stars.
What a view. I hear it's a real hands-on experience.
Yeah.
It's out of this world.
Takes your breath away.
I hear they have really good vacuums there.
So
Nah, that place sucks.
I'm just going to kind of stay in my quarters for like another hour or so.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Maru, you're probably on the deck with Skurb.
No, I went to the infirmary right after I heard about the security breach.
Right, yes. So you're the one who is in charge of the assault case. Maybe you're sitting in the security office and you're stroking your, like, fur or whatever, because you're reading this plastic card about an assault case where Captain Ty beat the living shit.
When they told me that it was his wife, the first thing I did was went to the infirmary to go talk to her. Because I think she's a bitch, but I know Ty loves her. So I would want to make sure she's okay. Because they didn't tell me that it was Ty hitting...
Yeah, she doesn't want to talk to you, but she reassures you she's fine and that she deserves it.
And Maru goes, okay. After I'm done writing down her report, I noticed that Ty's leaving. And there's just like this whole crap ton of stuff outside his room. And I go, it comes with the uniform. It comes with the uniform. Ty.
Yeah, and maybe your security forces are moving the stuff out of the hall.
And
I tell my security force, just go. It's me and him.
All right.
I'm going to open the door.
Yeah.
Hey.
The smell of booze hits you like a wall.
Hey, buddy. You don't look so hot.
Perfectly fine now.
You mind if I come in?
Sure. And I motion for him to come inside.
I step in now, seeing that everything is barren, and I'm like, do you want a new bedspread?
No, this is much better for me.
Okay, so I've been put in charge of security. As you know, I have to make an official file and report it to Tarkin. I talked to your wife, and she told me that she's not pressing charges, and that she deserved it. But Maru puts the clipboard down and goes, I have to talk to you as your friend. What happened?
I'm going to take my wedding ring off and put it in his hand. We're no longer together. She's a burned agent at this point. Possibly within the next 24 hours, she'll be removed from the First Order. So once we find the next hospitable planet and she's willing to, or she's able to move, we'll leave her there.
Ty, this isn't like you. What? You tell me. I'm your friend. Come on.
Maru, you don't know anything about me.
Yeah, I do. You're brave, and you've led me and the rest of the crew through a lot of dangerous situations. I've been with you for a long time. We were separated for a long time, but no matter what happened in between then, we still worked all the time together. And we're here together now. And if that means nothing to you, fine. We're just business partners, whatever. But it means more to me.
Maru, you've been through so much. And I respect you for that. I'd follow you to the ends of the galaxy. Just do this for me. Her and me are finished. Next place that we get to and she's able to move, get her off the ship. We have a mission to complete. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go see Skurb and get up to date on what's going on.
Okay. I just take the ring and I put it in my pocket and I just slowly drag the clipboard off and I start marking things that basically just match what she said on his file.
And that's when you hear the closest planet. Did you hear him?
And I kind of just shake my head and as I'm walking down the hall, I say, "Hey, Skurb."
I turn my comm link on and I'm yelling at one of the deck crew and it's like, no, I said 12, not .12. Ah, yes, Maru.
Yeah.
Are you
Sir,
trying to crash us into a
wait.
star?
If you said 12 and not .12, then that means our heading is completely wrong. We are totally off course.
Maru, how you doing, buddy?
I don't know. What's the nearest planet? Hospitable planet.
All of a sudden,
just slingshot around the nearest star. We'll be fine.
all of a sudden you hear a, "You're gonna love this."
Navigation. I'm gonna point at the
Yes.
guy who's manning the. What's the closest planet that we
Kashyyyk,
can stop
sir.
safely? What about after that?
Wait, no, what did he say?
After that, we should slingshot like you ordered, sir, and be back on track. The wheel will be the closest destination that's the safest.
Okay.
I heard Ka something.
Let's go ahead and let's break hyperspace fairly close to the planet of Kashyyyk.
Did you
And-
say Kashyyyk? This comes
By fairly close,
statically.
I mean, I'm talking about rubbing uglies with it. I don't want to.
Sir, I know you may not be aware that, but that could cause potential problems with the Trandoshan Navy.
Skurb, what's happening? I'm confused.
Ty,
can
you
I-
appear on the bridge?
Commander, tie to the. Oh, hey, hold on, Maru.
Okay.
Commander, the nearest planet is Kashyyyk. However, the Trandoshan Navy, and I'm just gonna glare at the navigation officer. He's scared about coming out of hyperspace too close to the planet.
Do we have any starships in the hangar that aren't Imperial?
Nope.
No,
You have ground vehicles that aren't, but not
sir.
starships.
Aren't you even curious where we were heading?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was trying to.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell him, look, I know this guy from when me and Teal were running our own thing after the Empire burned us. Well, he's very good at getting starship information about vessels going in and out of the core worlds, and I've worked with him before. He's always given me reliable information. The thing is, we kind of can't go there with this ship, if you catch my drift. So we're heading to a spot that I know will be nice and safe. Nobody will ask any questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we may have to appropriate a new vehicle, at least temporarily.
How far is that?
Well, we can come. When are we coming out of hyperspace?
Sir, in about 30 minutes, we'll be coming out of hyperspace in Kashyyykian orbit.
Okay, I'm talking. Get us close. Okay, just get us close.
I could attempt an atmospheric jump.
Who taught you astrogation?
What do you mean? Who taught me astrogation?
Did you go to some fancy school, or are you just relying on the computer? Because the computer's not gonna let. You know what? Scoot over. Let me do it.
He holds his finger up. Actually, sir, I have done this before. I was a smuggler before Tarkin selected me to help with his new missions. We would make jumps inside atmospheres all the time. The only thing you have to worry about is a lot of shockwave and the destruction to buildings that it does if you appear above a city, but this is Kashyyyk. I'm sure we could find a remote place on the planet to hyperspace to, and the ship's small enough. We should be able to break atmosphere. If I'm wrong by 0.5 parsecs, though, if I get the time differentials wrong, I could.
If you're
go
wrong,
through the
we're
planet.
dead. We're stardust.
But I won't be wrong. I haven't already. I haven't yet.
Do we have any escape pods left?
What's your name?
Yes, we do. Only one was fired off.
Good. Get us. Do what you're gonna do for Kashyyyk. Get us there. Once an escape pod goes, get us back on course.
Okay. Plot your course, and I'll double check it before we exit hyperspace.
Done. He holds up a data pad.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the astrogation
You don't
data.
want it to, but the math
I don't
makes
what?
sense. You don't want it to, but the math makes sense.
I'm gonna narrow my eyes, and I'm gonna hand it back to him. I'll go back to the pilot's chair.
I calm back in and I'm like, so.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any relatives? But that's pretty messed up.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, hey, prepare a security detail for escorting the person of interest.
If I heard the comms correctly, we're just dropping an emergency drop pod. No need for a security force.
I don't think it's for that.
do you know who we're dealing with, Maru?
Oh, you're talking about the oh yeah, totally. Okay.
Okay. And the commander never said that we had to land or anything either. So.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll just give me like 15 minutes.
We have 30 minutes until we're getting out of hyperspace. So.
That's twice as much time as I need. Good. So I go to the infirmary again, and I look to the doctor. And I say, is she able to move?
I'm sorry, the doctor?
Say what?
There's some medics, but there's no doctor.
Okay, I look to the medics. Oh, that's right. I look to the medics, and I say, is she able to move?
Who?
the ambassador's ex-wife.
Oh, why the ambassador came to get her, of course.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she left. Meanwhile, this Ocean's 11 like theme music is coming on, and she's like, Skurb didn't know I got this for him, and she's looking at the facial recognition interface changing device, and she puts it on and just walks out as the commander, or the captain.
And I go, when did this happen?
Like 5 minutes ago.
I run to the escape pod area.
Yeah, you go to the escape pod area. There's an open escape pod, but none of the others are open.
I put my hand to the comm, and I like shake it a little bit before I push it. Ambassador Tyro Flynn.
Yes, Maru.
That was unusually formal.
It seems that you collected your wife 5 minutes ago and ejected an escape pod with her.
Actually, now that you look at it, the escape pod's still there. The door's just open.
Never mind!
Like, you're like looking inside, and you realize that the lights are off.
I go inside, and I go,
as you go inside, roll coordination versus 3 purple with 1 setback because she's a martial artist.
She's a coordination versus 3 purple, you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Man,
Can I
just
be
wanna
athletics, or...
do
shit.
loops in hyperspace, because
So, I think the threat is that you are knocked unconscious. Like, you hit the entryway into the escape pod and go boom, and you're out cold. And Captain Tyro Flynn shuts the escape pod behind you. Not today, Maru. Not today.
I shake my head, and I'm just like...
What?
You are unconscious, sir.
For how long?
Just for
There's
a
only
few.
one threat.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Just for a
I
few
get back
minutes.
up, and I'm like...
So,
Ty.
25 seconds later, Maru wakes up. And he says, Ty.
Ty. Did you just kick me in the face?
Mario, what are you talking about? He's been with me on the bridge the entire time.
Sir, we're pulling out of hyperspace.
Wait,
That was
what?
a very quick 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was... What?
I'm going to...
Did I say minutes? I said seconds before. I meant like 25 minutes has passed. As you guys
I'm
are
just gonna
flying.
do
Well, somebody would have tried,
I'm
like...
watching you.
You said you were talking crazy, man.
And I'm like, your wife's gone. I'm gonna go get my security force. And I come into my local channel.
Yeah.
It's noted as Maru's Mighty Men. And I say, Triple M's, are you ready to rock?
Oh, Maru, where
Dude.
have you been? Captain Ty told us you weren't feeling good. You had too much to drink.
Nope. That's he's just worried
All of a
about.
sudden, you hear ting, 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 ting on the window at the escape pod, and it's Captain Flynn.
God damn it!
And she pushes the button.
Just get geared up, guys.
So you guys pull out of hyperspace. Everything was going normal. The security detachment found no sign of her, so they're kind of still going about the ship. Flynn, are you nervous at this point? It's been 25 minutes with no contact from your wife. Are you feeling scared?
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards the infirmary where she was last at.
Big mistakey.
Yeah, you went to the infirmary. This is the most heavily guarded area. Tony is there. He shows you the footage.
Can I tell which way she went?
Yeah, she headed down towards the escape pods.
Did we live coming out of hyperspace? Just
Yeah, actually, you're
spitballing it.
at the
Okay.
computer, and you guys completely lived. In fact, the navigator's like, and like these digital pixelized glasses fall from the sky, and it says "Thug Life." And
Thug life.
I'm going to ask or tell Tony follow me, and head towards the.
he
escape
looks at you,
pods.
Spec Ops.
Yes,
Spec Ops, and his eyes turn red.
and
Sick.
I'm gonna pull out my DL44 and start heading down there.
Yeah, you pull
Oh.
out the DL44, and as you run down the hallway, you see you looking in a window and knocking on it, and then moving the hand towards the exit.
How far?
About 30 feet.
Engaged. Oh.
I'm going to shoot a stun bolt.
She's behind a window.
No, you are.
No,
They're
you're
on
in
her
the escape
side.
pod.
You're in the escape pod.
Wait, I'm in the escape pod?
She pushed
Yeah.
you in, and you hit your head going in the escape pod.
Oh, no!
So,
Yeah, and we just came out of hyperspace in atmosphere.
Oh,
So-
and I don't have any of my gear on.
roll your...
You have your uniform on,
Yeah, you
One-
got that uniform.
and I imagine you got some aviators, because you're now the sheriff.
So
Bandana
Can we make that a
underneath
thing?
him. Yeah,
Can we please make that a thing?
Maybe. You have to earn your aviators on my ships.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Okay. So
you have really
shoot
cool tribal
one,
beads, though. Yeah.
One purple, firing DL44 with a stun bolt.
Oop,
Oh,
add a setback and then add advantage. That's a wash.
What?
Okay, add another setback because I guess this thing is damaged. Yeah.
Everybody got
Oh
new.
yes.
Ooh.
Ahaha.
You
I already
stun
know what
her.
the threat is.
The threat is she falls forward and hits the button with her head, and the escape pod goes thoomph. And just like A New Hope, you see the warhead chaser in the skies of Kashyyyk above you as you are plummeting towards the surface, Maru.
Maru's just like, this is the second time that I've been shot out of a ship unintentionally. I'm not okay with it.
What do I
Before I get out of range of communications, I'm just like, can you please send a pod with my equipment to my general location?
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
Skurb,
Would the
I need
bridge
you to
get a
roll-
report?
yeah, a bridge tells you that an escape pod was just ejected and you're receiving a transmission from it. But the transmission is super choppy, man. I'm going to need you to have to roll a computers versus 2 purple.
Very good.
You got to clean it up.
Fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Ty, what have you done?
The worst.
You have like a league of
You're the
evil
worst
exes.
around.
Yeah, computers. All right, 2, boom.
Oh, god damn.
Um,
No.
You come up with something for your triumph. I'm going to come up with something for the other one.
All right. Does it have to pertain specifically to the communications?
No, I prefer it
can I,
doesn't.
like-
The triumph means something
I-
amazing happens.
Okay, I want to override the astrogation data to fire the thrusters for the pod to do a loop-de-loop so he doesn't crash into the fucking planet at full velocity.
You should have no problem for that. Apparently, she was planning a softer landing. She's targeting a lake below. So
Oh,
you
she was
could
gonna
spin-
drown me. That's nice.
No, these things float.
No, she was trying to escape.
Yeah, she was originally trying to escape
Huh.
until you stalked her. In fact, you see there is survival gear in the escape pod now that you're looking around. But
Maru's like, oh, that's nice.
you choose the triumph, Skurb. I'm just saying you could do that, but I don't think it's necessary.
Oh, yeah. So I can't, like, curve him back around and land him on the ship?
No. They
Aw.
don't work like that.
We don't have a tractor beam, do we?
You're too small.
We can just shoot him. Just kidding.
Blow him out of the sky, right?
Wow, this episode did
Maybe
take a
he
dark
gets
turn.
he gets another he gets another vision, like maybe something that helps him set down the pod. You know, like
Oh, Maru gets a
get
vision?
some guidance or something. No, not.
Oh, wait. I have an idea. How about the lake
it
that
has
she?
computers, right?
How about the lake that she programmed is actually near a small group of rebel Wookiees that are not under
We
control
could do that.
of the Trandoshan?
Yeah, why don't we just do that for the second one? Because I like that idea. But for the first one, what's really cool, Skurb, is you can make that Triumph anything. It doesn't have to be related to your computer's check. If you wanted to, you could find 1,000 credits in your pocket that you didn't know about.
Help me out, Ty. Is that
I have
okay,
a
Earl? If I ask
suggestion.
for,
Yeah, I
phone a
would rather
friend?
you ask him first. You phone a friend. Even Maru can help you if you want. And then I do have an idea if you guys can't. Think of something.
In the atmosphere, part of my ship burns off to make a makeshift sword of some sort. Just something I can use as a weapon when I get down there.
We could say that the Triumph is, as we came into atmosphere, none of the Trandoshans picked up on our ship.
Yeah, that's
So we
actually
have-
pretty
That's
good.
a
So we have
really
like a
good
good
one.
section of time.
That is a really good one.
That's a really good one. I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah, yeah. Works every time.
Yeah, you say that and the navigator just shakes his head at you.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, so, Ty, what do you do with her?
I
Call Maru to the bridge. Maru to the Maru to the escape pods.
She's knocked out. I look to
So wait, hold on. You succeeded in that, meaning you heard my transmission. I asked
Yeah.
for you to send a pod with my stuff.
Yep.
Okay. I'll relay to the security office that they need an away team standing by, like, to leave ASAP.
And you just hear the woo of like weird flute.
Yeah.
The ocean flute.
Yeah. This penny whistle. Boop, boop.
I'm going to call security and tell them to get down here. I'm going to take the facial recognition software from her and put it in my pack, and then get security to put her in the brig for right now.
You realize now that you think about it, she logged into your accounts to download thousands of pictures of you so that she could configure your identity into the machine.
I'm gonna give the datapad to Tony, tell him to end Spec Ops, and then have him download all information from that and give it to Skurb to go through when we have the time.
He plugs it into himself and listens to it like an iPod.
There we go. And I'm pretty much just gonna pick her up, like throw her over my shoulder, and take her to the brig and throw her in there.
Yeah, do you toss her gently?
I start doing it gently, but then I just kind of grab her and just throw her over.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. I was trying to be nice to her, and then she just fucking ejected me. Yeah, I lost all respect for
Dude,
that.
you're lucky we're not in hyperspace.
Yeah.
That would have been real bad.
I think that's what
Yeah,
she was
I
trying
know.
for.
Maru was literally going to try and be super nice to her.
Well, she didn't kill you.
I know, but she was going to.
No, she had survival gear in there. I mean, she had a trajectory planned.
That was for her.
Well, you know.
Always look on the bright side of life. Doo-doop, 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 doo-doop. When your friend's ex a big cunt, she gives your ass the punt, and you fall into an escape pod. All right.
Well, you'll be feeling pretty down. Don't worry, Maru. Just burst your lips and whistle. That's the thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
All right. Dust to Dust the musical. Skurb's like main song is like, it's a hard knock life for me. It's a hard knock life for me. When your friend's got a wife and she's a big fucking bitch, and it's like canceled, show canceled, monetized, demonetized, Dust to Dust being shut down, copyright. All right, so should I cut down to Maru or should I cut to you guys?
Who's you guys?
You two.
Oh, I'm just piloting here.
I'm
And
talking
I'm just
role playing
taking-
wise.
Go to Maru. Yeah.
Maru. The ship the escape pod plunges into the water. And it goes deep.
Mm-hmm. So,
you
having
see
been in
seaweed out
many
the window.
survival situations where I was like airdropped into difficult situations, I know that I have to wait for the pod to fill up with water before releasing it, because the pressure would otherwise cause the glass to shatter and basically impale me.
Well,
It's a
it also
escape
floats.
pod. It lives in
floats.
space.
But
Am I wrong though?
it does float though. You know that for
Oh, it does float. Oh, never mind
Yeah.
then. Fuck.
Yeah,
But-
think Subnautica.
Yeah, Subnautica. Exactly. That's exactly what you're in. And you're just kind of staring outside the window and you see a bunch of seaweed. And that's when you notice the water has like a weird grid texture coming out of the seaweed. And then the grid
A what
texture gets
texture?
close. Grid.
Oh.
GRID. It's coming towards you out of the seaweed. And then it snags your ship. And as you're looking at it,
Like a
they
net?
are thick roped nets. A net has captured you.
I grab my the survival backpack and I look for the survival knife.
Yeah, she's got a tactical vibro knife.
All right, so I strap that on my back. I
Your
unbutton.
uniform?
Yeah, I unbutton my uniform. I actually, you know what? I take the uniform off and I put it in the bag because I need full mobility for this.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen. This is the first time Maru's been without his thunder armor. And I get ready for whatever's pulling me up.
All right. How do you get ready? Just like knife in hand, or put it away, or
Yeah, the knife is in my hand, and I'm pushing against the wall, keeping low.
Oh, so
And
that you
I'm
could pounce.
Yeah.
That's when you feel it go, whoosh, and there's you hear pull it onto the beach, but then your brain
Wait, do
stops,
I hear it?
and you're like,
Do I
that's
hear it
not
in
basic.
Treewood?
You hear it in Treewood.
Yeah. I drop
Underwater.
I drop my knife in shock,
You hear,
and
and you feel yourself with this dragging noise rocking back and forth, and then you
I
hear
kind
this
of just
ka-tung on the top of the escape pod.
I kind of just fall to my knees. I haven't heard anyone else speak my native tongue in about 7 years. And Maru's crying. He's just full on crying.
You hear a voice. It's a female voice, and it sounds muffled, but there's something about it. You've heard it before. And the escape pod hatch goes, "Choof!" and opens up. And as the outside air of Kashyyyk hits you, even though you haven't been here so long, it was like, refreshment on your face. And then you hear, Doth Maruk Naruba?
I open my eyes, and who am I seeing?
You see her mother. And she's wearing the braids of a tribal chieftain leader.
Maru passes out.
Yeah, Maru kind of fades to black. Meanwhile, up on the Vengeance. How long did you think it was going to take us to spot your ship? There's a angry Trandoshan on the communications.
At least like 5 more minutes.
I'm sorry, the communications officer you're trying to reach is not present at the moment. Please leave a message.
Do
and we will
not
get back to you at the
toy
earliest
with
convenience.
me!
Sir, we have a situation. We've been spotted.
But it's not by a ship. They've got jungle in the background, and it looks like they're geared for combat.
Oh, they have like a video?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna sit slightly off to the left of the screen, so it's... Well, no. Commander, tied to the bridge, please.
And I'm going to...
Are you still wearing your uniform, Ty?
No, I changed it into like almost like a civilian kind of thing because all the blood was on it.
Good call.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run up and be... It's pretty much like a t-shirt and like cargo pants and stuff. And I'm gonna come up. What's going on?
Trandosians, I believe, on the surface, making contact. They've spotted our
And then
ship.
you hear, there! Even though, like, they can't hear you, you can still hear them. And one of the Trandoshans goes, these Imperial pigs will not keep us off target. And there's a rustle in the bushes.
You're trotting out, Jarl.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, there's some rustling in the bushes on the video feed of something moving there, and they're like, these Imperial dogs won't ruin our hunt. And they lift up a rifle and go, Pshow! Whatever it was falls down. And then the Trandoshan turns back to you.
Can I triangulate his position?
The jungles are too dense for that. Not with this ship. It's not a communications vessel. You could upgrade that part of the ship, though.
Scorched earth it is, then. Just kidding.
I'm going to answer the call. Can I help you?
Are you up at the bridge?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
finally made it.
So you
up.
see the Trandoshan. I am Admiral Rashak. You chose to attack us on our hunting holiday. And as they say that, the two of the Trandoshans that ran up pull this child Wookiee out of the bushes and throw it down before them. The Admiral doesn't look.
We did not attack you at all. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then why are you here? Imperial scum. And then as he says that, you hear the kids screaming as they start scalping him and flaying him alive. It's a very
I'm going to
pitiful
try to-
Wookiee cry.
It all starts with my ex-wife.
Let me tell you the story of how I met your planet. Ba, 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 ba.
I don't understand what you mean by Imperial. I'm gonna be like, look, what Imperial?
He moves the camera and looks up at your ship, which looks like a miniature Star Destroyer and has the Imperial like logo all like dirty on it, and there's graffiti all over the top, but they can't see the top. They just see the Imperial vessel. You don't think I know my starships? I'm an admiral.
No,
It's an
you just
interceptor
got-
class corvette.
Yes, or New Resistance. We stole this ship off of
Well,
pollution.
then you know you're breaking a law. The treaty was that your forces would never enter this system, and we would no longer hunt outside our planet. But thanks to you, the law is now broken. The treaty is now null and void.
Hey.
Looks like we're
Gas
done
'em.
hunting Wookiees, boys.
Can I do a knowledge check to see if I know somebody in the new resistance? Like a warfare?
Is genocide legal now?
I want to
No.
see if I know a general from the new resistance army.
Yeah, you've heard his name, Kyle Katarn.
Well, Kyle Katarn told us that we were supposed to be the spearhead, and you're all dead, and I'm going to cut comms.
Ha!
We need to get Maru off this
Sir,
planet.
Sir,
So-
they have a
so-
fleet in orbit. You realize
Okay.
that, right?
The camera. Our last scene of the night is going to be the camera coming down from the warhead chaser through the clouds, and as the muscle tissue, the muscly meat form of the child Wookiee is strung up in a tree, and somebody's admiring how soft his young pelt is, the Trandoshan Admiral looks to his captains and says, "Our prison sentence is served! Bring me Kyle Katarn's head. No one threatens me." And the camera fades out of the planet, past the warhead chaser, up into space, where Trandoshan ships start turning tail and start zipping off into hyperspace in different pathways. And that is where we're going to end tonight's campaign of Dust to Dust.
Punch, 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 punch. When'd you get some, Kyle?
Hey, you unlocked the new enemy for our enemies, so good job.
That seems like a friend to me.
Tides changes, people.
Oh boy.
You know this situation. I need a tides change.
I'm not going first this time.
No.
So much happened. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Everybody-
What are even like?
Everyone
Go
roll a 1d100. Whoever gets the highest,
Oh.
whoever gets the highest gets to go last.
Oh.
Whoever gets the lowest gets to go first.
Boom,
85,
son.
56.
Oh man, I real hope that I
You gotta roll lower than a
fudgely
56.
do this roll. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, nicely done.
Choo, 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 choo.
Tyro,
Okay.
give me your tides change.
My tide change is
I'll stay back here until I'm impressed.
yeah, which you're gonna be back there the whole time. My tide change is now that the Trandoshan fleet has left, there are only a handful of hunting parties that are still on Kashyyyk that we would have to possibly deal with at all.
You're not talking to liberate the planet, are you?
I mean,
For the Empire.
with
We're
the
nice
amount of
we're here.
Trandoshans that are left,
Kashyyyk is a gulag. I will agree to skeleton forces maybe, but there's labor camps all over the planet. But I would say that militaristically, with you being the only ship in the system, if you could blow up the Admiral's ship, we could say that due to the number of forces, it's not tactfully out of the question that now would be the best time to strike.
okay,
That's a
You would
lot
have-
of work, sir.
You'd have good odds.
know. but I
All
can tell
right.
you that Maru is gonna want to.
Well, yeah, leaving the planet, Maru would die inside a little.
We just
Maru.
leave him.
Sup? Okay.
So, Skurb, when was the day that you decided you could stab your best friend in the back? The day I downloaded Jizzband. All right, go ahead, Maru.
So, let's see. My tide change is that going through a nearby hyperspace lane is a very old, rusted hunk of junk with a name that rhymes with Millennium Malin. and they receive a wayward comm signal of the Trandoshans leaving the planet, going to a bunch of other places. And a fellow by the name of Chew Broccoli hears this and is intrigued by the possibility that is presented to him.
Of all the broccoli.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, Sean.
All right. I was
Knock
gonna
my
say
socks
something
off,
silly
boy.
like. Right. I was gonna say something silly like Kyle Katarn's already on Kashyyyk. But I
will
don't
tell
know,
you he is currently on Coruscant.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Intel has
Actually, that's
confirmed.
probably good for us.
Remember, that's why you're trying to
But,
go to Coruscant, is you're trying to get to the wheel to get a ship to go to Coruscant to talk to
Right.
Raul about Kyle Katarn.
I can't hear you cutting out. Sorry. Let me think of a good tide change. I'm glad that the fleet left. That's good because I don't have to deal with that.
Even if they halfway believe Ty, I think they were like, it's convenient enough, we're free.
It's just an excuse to just go.
And hunt
Yeah.
other things besides Wookiee.
Right. It's really hard to think of something on the fly like that, man. And I don't know enough to influence the other games. Well, let's see. We'll say not only is Maru's Wookiee mother's tribe fighting the Trandoshians, but they're also fighting for resources with another Wookiee tribe. So there's a little bit of like
Infighting.
Wookiee on Wookiee. Yeah, like
Yeah.
infighting, like almost tribal warfare, because they're competing over the same safe spaces.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to unite the
that's a good idea.
tribes. God damn it.
I like
Get a
that.
little family development.
Well, I think my players will tell you best that they are probably emotionally exhausted, and we are ready to put this chapter of Dust to Dust to bed. Looking forward to the next one when hopefully I will have a team of 4 again to torment. But if you liked the video, hit the like. If we could try to get 30 likes, based on my subscriber base, I don't know if that would be very hard. I think we could. But if I can hit 30 likes, that'll help us search through YouTube. People will find the channel and they'll be able to see this campaign. And as I said before, I want to do more. I don't want to just do each campaign once a month. I want to expand the idea and potentially get 2, like a bi-weekly system, which would be so beneficial. So hit those likes, show me what you want. If we can get 30 likes per video, players, subscribers alike, fans of the series, share. Let's use viral marketing to our benefit and pump this up. But from Jarl Goats and the crew of Crate Squad, from us to you, goodbye. And tune in for the next episode. Bye-bye.